there are gonna be some waves. It's wavy out there, there are gonna be 3 meters of waves. We don't know how we're gonna manage those waves. We think it's all gonna work out. We left Lagos. Cold night shifts. We are Bart, Kim and Liz.
We fell in love with sailing and each other on a sailing school.
We bought Tranquility, a 33-foot sailboat to explore the world. But then we got our lovely daughter, Liz.
And after 2 years of sailing with her around the Netherlands, we feel confident enough to live our dream with the 3 of us.
Wow! Dat zijn grote bedden blijft staan.
We are at the start of our first Atlantic Ocean crossing. Not the big one, but a mini Atlantic crossing. 451 nautical miles from Lagos to Madeira. We had a bit of a rough night because as soon as the night started, darkness fell in, I get a little bit seasick, and I could manage pretty well when I was sitting outside. But when it was time for me to go to bed, I felt great at that moment. I went into bed, and when I was in my bed I went seasick. So I got outside, sent Kim to bed after diverting some big container ships in a shipping lane, and had to throw up. And the entire night I've been sitting here in the cold and trying to feel better, and I think that past 5 or 6 hours is going along. It's going well. I'm not seasick anymore. We still got the same waves, but I think I'm used now. I'm a little bit scared to go inside. We made some good progress overnight. I think the average speed was 6.5 knots, so we're going like crazy. So this is how we do things around here when we're both a little bit brackish of our first night and our first day. This is just fantastic. She was this morning playing with her Duplo blocks and with her puzzle, and now we give her some screen time because she behaved so very well. And in the meantime, Kim is catching up some extra sleep in the bunk bed. It's sunny, we've got wind.
We gaan
Santo and she has no clue.
Porto Santo!
So the lady is in the kitchen.
Always.
Can you tell me about something about your cooking when we're under sail in these rough conditions?
It's heating up. I prepped the meals before we left, and so now it's easy cooking, only heating it up. And worst case, when we can't heat them up and whatever, you can eat it cold. It's not that nice, but...
Pasta! Smells good. So okay, Kim, day number 2. How are you feeling?
Physically perfect, in a rhythm and feeling energetic. Yesterday I wasn't. Mentally I'm still a little bit anxious about all the waves and the big how do you say, swell, and especially the gusts. But I know in 48 hours nothing happens, so it will be fine. But it's just a little bit nervous feeling. It's okay.
Did I say it was okay? No, it was not okay. In fact, I did not tell Bart how I really felt until the night fell. I was really anxious during my night shifts. I was constantly sitting on the high side of the boat, trying to look around, and I couldn't relax during the entire night. I felt my heart pounding in my chest, hoping my night was over soon. And although I felt better when Bart was awake, I still had an uncomfortable feeling. It may not look like much on camera, but we have waves of 3.5 to 4 meters, and we surf down them sometimes with a record of 11.1 knots. It felt like a roller coaster in a tunnel. So just before my 3rd night watch, I told Bart how I really felt, and he calmed me down with some tips on how to relax, like sit down on the lower side of the boat and feel the rhythm. Don't try to keep yourself upright, but use the support and lean so your body can relax. Focus on the fact the boat is still in balance after more than 48 hours. It really helped and made my 3rd shift much more comfortable. Heading into the final night. Last night in my during my shift we had one gusts and a big wave coming in, so we moved towards the wind very quickly, so from 118 degrees to 70 degrees. So my seat fell backwards. It was okay, but I yelled a little bit. I freaked out. Not yelling, freaked out a bit. So then Bart got an injury. What happened?
I came out of the toilet and I just lost my balance and I fell forward and hit the ceiling and the light on the other side of the boat. Luckily it's just a scratch and no head injury or anything. It makes you think twice about doing stuff on the boat, because injury is easily made.
Little sailor's confession. Since the second day we have been close by another German boat. They were first in front of us, and then in the second night we passed by them, and well, we were far ahead. But now when the wind is calming down, our speed decreases fast. Now they are heading towards us.
They even got ahead of us. So we put up our parasail in still very big waves, and we were so happy the crew of Imagine 2 took these pictures, which illustrates the big waves a lot better.
The movements you see, contours of the land. That's very nice.
Na Porto Santo.
We entered the anchor spot at the end of the day.
Heb je lekker gevaren?
Ja, maar na Porto Santo.
We flew the drone in this beautiful surrounding. But first, coffee. What a feeling! The Bay of Biscay was something, but this was a real mini Atlantic Ocean crossing. There was absolutely no land next to us, and it was our first meeting with a hard ocean. Really big waves. Tranquility handled them very well, and we measured an average speed of 6.4 knots, which meant 1.5 days faster than expected. We learned to speak out to each other, because where I was super excited about the speed, Kim was very uncomfortable. Kim got a lot more faith in the boat now. So next time we'll be better prepared. Ah, wait, you wanted to see the surrounding of Porto Santo.
We're going on an adventure.
Nee. En wij?
harbor, and right over there like always in a boat, there's always a problem somewhere. And during our crossing we find a diesel smell, and we know we fixed the diesel tank hatches, lids, while we're on the hard. Problem is you have to fill the diesel tank to the max to test if they're leak free. And it appears that the lid that you can twist and turn is not totally leak free. So now we have got some diesel in the bilge. You see the bottom is the water. Diesel floats on top of the water. I screwed the lids harder on there. It looks like there was no leakage anymore, but I don't know if this is new diesel leakage or what was hiding somewhere in the bilge, and during our crossing it found its way to the bilge. Alright, first impression. Looks okay. You can see a little bit of diesel sweat, I call it, but well, a little bit, but that might be old. I think we didn't have a leakage during the trip, and it was the old diesel. So hopefully we're good. A small reward for being in Porto Santo. I didn't know the ocean was so blue out here as well. It's very nice. Alright, so let's talk parasailor. Well, this was it. If you have any questions, please let us know. And for now, goodbye and thank you very much for watching. Fair winds to you all.